Doesn't that blow your mind sometimes? Say to a kid, hey, can you, do this? And they're like, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. You can't tell me what to do. And but the dreaded one for you all is when they say, you're not my teacher. Oh, I just felt somebody's teeth itch. I could feel it over there. You're not my teacher. You can't tell me what to do. A couple things come to mind when I think about paraprofessionals is that when we sit in the back of the room waiting for something to happen, when we are hired as the behavior police, the homework police, when we are introduced not as another teacher in the classroom, we are setting ourselves up. From day one, you have got to be introduced in that classroom as another teacher in that classroom. And you've got to be up and about and even interacting. I say this to all of the teachers. I say, make sure you engage. Make sure you say to that parent, hey, what are your thoughts about that, miss? What do you think about that? Do you have another way that we could explain this? If they do that with you and you do that with them, the kids get a different message that you're on the same page and therefore you both have the same level of authority. There should not be this pecking order. If the administrative assistant in the front office comes in and says to a child, hey, could you close this door for me? And they say, you ain't my teacher, that's a problem too. If the custodian comes in the room and says, guys, move your chairs over here, and they say, I ain't moving for you, that's a problem too. We are doing a huge disservice to our kids by not telling them that, you know what, I'm not your buddy, I'm not your friend, and you have to learn what authority is. It's getting our older kids in trouble out in the world every single day. Not being able to know the difference between what they should and shouldn't do around adults, which means that we have to be thinking about what we do on a regular basis too. I understand our not fancy, but I understand our casual Fridays and things like that. But man, we really should, even our appearance matters when we're walking down the hall. I want those kids to see that it is different. You know why I get to have coffee on my desk and you don't? You know why? Because I'm the adult. So when people come to me and say, you know, Paul, you really shouldn't have coffee on your desk because the kids can't have it, I'm like, what? You really shouldn't talk in the hall because the kids can't. What? Wait a second. Think about that. Kids need to know the difference between, we're not buddies. And some of our rather parents who became parents really soon, which, I certainly am victim of that. Like I said, we met, as in high school, so we practiced that health class real early. So we had to deal with that real early. But some of our parents are referring to their kids as my buddy, my pal, my little man. Me and her are going out on Friday. We got a little date. Yeah, you're the parent. You're the teacher. You're not their buddy, their pal, their friend. You have a relationship. But it also doesn't give you the permission to be an authority figure that screams, yells, argues, power struggles, stares them down, and all that kind of stuff. You always maintain the dignity and respect that you would want to get as an authority figure. You want to get dignity and respect, you better do it yourself. Kids can't earn respect unless they're taught respect. And they're only taught it by the way they see us act, the way they see us talk to one another, the way they hear and see us talk to them, regardless of what they give back to us. Doesn't mean consequences go away, but we got to be careful with that because our kids are really getting in trouble out there with authority. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. I speak and consult on school behavior, and I love to help districts solve some of these problems. See you next time.